Come in, please. Sit down. What is your name?
Okay, so my name is Raafi Putra Indrawan. You can call me Raafi.
Okay, sir. Describe a situation where you had to lead a team through a difficult challenge.
Okay, so last semester, a core member of my engineering project team suddenly became unavailable a week before the deadline, leaving a massive gap in our workload. As the team leader, my responsibility was to handle this crisis, so we couldn't risk missing our submission date or delivering an incomplete technical design. Instead of panicking, I immediately called an emergency team meeting to assess the remaining workload. I structured our project timeline, delegated the task based on each member's strengths, and took over the heavy structural analysis myself. To keep the team aligned and motivated under pressure, I organized quick nightly cleanup to clear any roadblocks immediately. As a result, we finished the entire design in 2 days ahead of schedule and earned an A grade. It proved that effective leadership and clear delegation can keep a team moving forward even during an unexpected crisis.
Okay, sir, that's good. Now, tell me about your time you had a conflict with a team member. How did you resolve it?
So during a technical design project last semester, a team member and I had a strong disagreement regarding the structural material and the specifications we should use for our mechanical assembly. The challenge was that we were stuck in a deadlock, which began to stall our overall project progress, and we needed to find a resolution quickly to meet our design deadline. Instead of letting it become personal, I asked him to sit down with me for one-on-one discussion. I listened to his perspective first, and then I suggested that we evaluate both of our ideas objectively by comparing the process, material availability, and stress test data. He realized that combining his cost-efficient approach with my safety specifications was the best route. As a result, we successfully broke the deadlock and finalized a much more optimized design. The project was completed on time, and our working relationship actually grew stronger because we established a healthy way to handle these agreements.
Okay, sir. Now, describe a time you made a mistake at work. How did you handle it? And what did you learn?
Okay, so basically, during a technical project last semester, I was responsible too for finalizing the engineering calculation matrix and inputting the dimensions into our CAD or computer-aided design simulation software before the design review. My task was to ensure 100% accuracy in the data so the team could move forward with the physical fabrication. However, due to rushing right before the deadline, I overlooked a specific dimension constraint and made a calculation error. As soon as I realized the mistake, I didn't try to hide it. I immediately notified my team leader and took full responsibility. I then spent the night completely rechecking all the data, corrected the error in the software, and double verified the result with a senior teammate to ensure it was flawless. Fortunately, because I spoke up quickly, we caught the error before any manufacturing started, saving the team from wasting material. From that mistake, I urged the importance of cross-checking my work and implemented a strict verification checklist for all my future technical tasks.
Okay, next question. Tell me about your time you had adapt to significant change at work.
Okay, during a major technical project last semester too, our Our team had spent weeks developing a design using a specific type of internal component and software framework that we were all comfortable with. Midway through the project, the guidelines were suddenly updated, requiring us to switch to a completely different component standard and use a new simulation tool that none of us had used before. Instead of resisting the change, I chose to embrace it quickly. I spent the first 2 days intensively teaching myself the new tool through documentation and tutorials. And then I created a simplified cheat sheet for my team. I also suggested adjusting our timeline so we could focus on learning the new system without falling behind on our actual project progress. As a result, the transition went smoothly and we successfully submitted the updated design on time with high accuracy. This experience taught me that change is inevitable, and the best way to handle it is to stay open-minded and proactive in
Describe
our
a
skills.
situation where you had to persuade
Okay,
a
sir.
manager or
Now-
team to adopt a different approach.
Okay, so during a technical design, the previous one, my team was planning to use a standard fabrication method for our mechanical assembly that they had always used in previous projects. However, after analyzing the project constraints, I realized that their traditional approach would be too time consuming and could cause us to miss our strict deadline. So I needed to persuade them to adopt a more efficient alternative. Instead of just telling them they were wrong, I gathered solid evidence. I created a quick side-by-side comparison chart using data from previous case studies, showing that the assembly method would reduce a fabrication time by 20% while maintaining the exact same structural strength. I then presented this data calmly during our next meeting, focusing on how it would save the team from working overtime. After seeing the data, the team agreed to switch to the new approach. As a result, we completed the project in 3 days ahead of schedule with 0 errors. It taught me that the best way to persuade people is to present objective data rather than just personal opinions. Thank you.
Okay, sir. You have been selected over the job. Congratulations.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes.